I think there's a delight in the perception and the enjoyment of objects. Objects are there only if you really see them. And art is trying to make others see what you see.
For 35 years, Jay Maisel has been showing us his extraordinary vision of the world.
He was someone that we all looked up to. He was an idol.
Jay's images invariably seem to say, stop and look at this.
It was the summer of 1979. I took an internship with a photographer named Jay Maisel. Jay's home and his studio was a 6-story, 36,000 square foot former bank on Spring Street in the Bowery. When I heard that this building that changed my life and the man who shaped it were moving on, I immediately knew I had to capture Jay's world before it disappeared.
I wanted a place that I would have roots, and this was this building.
Each floor represented a certain partition of his mind.
He had more junk. Everything that was there was useless.
They're estimating 35 truckloads to get out of here.
He sees all these potential in things that no one else would. He just has such a sense of play.
I mean, you couldn't build a rock this good. Although I have a friend who makes rocks. What I'm trying to do all the time is to try and see things anew. To see things the way a child would see them. I had always planned to die here, but I can't. I'm trying to look at it as an adventure.
He was an artist of his generation, a philosopher, and the greatest teacher I ever had.
We do not take pictures. We're taken by pictures.
The first time I went to the bank, I remember walking in. You know, you rang the little bell, right? And I remember getting into the main area and just, it takes your breath away.
I was always impressed, no matter how many times I went down to the bank, at how prolific he was.
The second floor was just like a gallery. It was wonderful. It's like drawers and drawers from stuff that he did in black and white and dye transfers, beautifully hung.
The amount of photographs he had in his studio of his work were phenomenal. I mean, going to his studio was like going to a museum.
I remember looking around thinking, how is this possible that someone has this space in New York City? You know, there was a basketball court, and the guys, you know, it was unbelievable.
Did he ask you to play
Yeah,
when you came in?
Of course, like right away. Like,
He did?
Well, there were like number of balls, because you know one's gonna go way over there, and if something happens, you gotta run like all the way across the building.
There is a rule, if you hit a die transfer, you lose the game.
And I remember going into the rooms upstairs, and I could tell he had such a great pride of the place. You know, it was very visible to me.